welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dani and this is Coffee Break with Dani. Today we are here with a get ready with me. I felt compelled to film this video because I did this makeup look yesterday and I fell in love with it. And of course, I didn't film it. So here we are. I was like, someone's gonna ask me because I liked it. So if I liked it, someone else liked it. Because a lot of us are like panda twins, you know? And the other reason is I wanted to show you guys how I use the Typology tinted serum with words. You know, like I want you to see it in action because I have to say, I'm a fan. It's gonna be in my favorites. Really love the look that it's giving. I think it's the perfect time of the year to be using a product like this one. And I wanted to show it in action. Plus I have to go to an event tonight and I wanted to look cute. This doesn't happen very often. This doesn't happen. Getting tongue-tied happens all the time. But this, going to an event in the evenings, I know, I feel bad. So having to go to an event during the week in the evening feels naughty and it's very exciting. So I wanted to get cute and share it with you guys. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, all you gotta do is keep on watching. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. I actually have an event to go to today. That never happens. I can't remember the last time I had to go to a beauty event. So seeing that it's still pretty early in the morning, we are going to do our makeup and pray that it lasts all day. So I think that's close enough. And we're still actually keeping up with the very light face coverage products. You know what I'm saying? Like the not super heavy, not full coverage. I think with summer, when everyone's getting so sweaty and uncomfortable, adding heavy coverage is just not super flattering. So that's been my approach with cream products, serums, tinted serums, lightweight concealers, just because it's so hot. And once they start, they're gonna degrade on your face, no matter what you do, you know? So once they start fading away or degrading or you start to sweat, then you want them to look not awful. So I've actually had really good luck with the tinted serum from Typology. I love that it's skincare because it can, I just used the tinted lip oil from Typology. I love using the tinted serum from Typology because not only do I not have to use a primer, it already has skincare. So it's just one of those things where it looks cute on your vanity, just kidding. So it's just one of those products that makes my face look cute. It's easy to use. It fades away nicely throughout the day and I like it. Anyway, do we really need an excuse to like things? You know what I mean? Like, it just makes me happy. That's good enough for me. So I just take it and I put some on the back of my hand. It has a really nice consistency of like maybe those fluid sunscreens, thick enough where it's not gonna spill everywhere. You can see how lightweight it is. I wanted to actually do a get ready with me where I show you guys how I use it and you kind of see it in action because I did talk about it in another video and I was like, my pandas need my long, wordy explanation. This is a really cool product. I think wow, that was super blurry. Sorry about that, you guys. This is one of those products that actually meets what I'm imagining out of it. I've tried several products. Milk Makeup actually has one where, you know, it's good enough, but it somehow just falls short or it leaves you wanting more or you wish it had a little bit more purpose to it. And so this is one of those that really checks all the boxes for me and what I'm looking for. I want it to have just enough coverage. I don't want it to be a matte finish. I want it to be a product that isn't just one purpose like tint, so it also has skincare. And I also want it to be user-friendly on days that I want to do different types of makeup. So for me, usually we don't go too crazy, we don't go all out. You guys have heard me say like, wow, it's been a while since I do full-blown crazy eyeshadow. Like I did most recently, I think like a purple eyeshadow. Today we're gonna do something fun as well. And so it's been a minute, but I also want these products to, you know, be yoga pants, mom day friendly, like on a Tuesday, but also if I wanna look cute and put on a pound of makeup for date night, that it'll also be a really comfortable wear and will still let me look like me. And I feel like this product does a really good job at that. Do you see the finish is really nice? With one layer, it already gives me the finish, the coverage, and the look that I want. After that, we are gonna go in with, obviously, concealer. I've also been using the Typology concealer, and I do like it. It comes in a really nice presentation. It's like super minimal. There's enough concealer in here for like, you know, 2 generations, which is nice. The only thing with this one is I would say less is more, so you have to be super careful with how much of it you use, because it can start off with a little bit and then build up from there, is what I'm saying. So start off with a little bit, and then if you need to add more, definitely add more, because if you go in with a thick layer, you can tell that you put on a thick layer once you set it with a powder. What has really helped me with the concealer is to kind of blot it out on the back of my hand, and that way I can just go in a little bit at a time if I need to, and then it's already out. I don't have to keep opening the little squeeze tube that it comes in. It's very convenient. But yeah, it's a ton of product. It's half an ounce. So I don't know, comparatively speaking to like other concealers that I like, how does it compare to the amount? It seems like a lot, but it might just be the presentation, because it doesn't have like a doe foot applicator or anything like we're used to with concealers. If I go in with a very thin layer, I don't even have to set it for those days that I'm just gonna do like a quick little run to the store and I wanna give myself extra coverage. So it's not a harsh finish, you know, it's a very natural glow. So you could definitely go in with just the right amount and not even need to set it. If you just want that very natural, I woke up like this skin look. But that's just one layer, and I think I'm just gonna leave it alone with that. I have a little bit extra, a lot of bit extra. I'm just gonna do some bonus coverage here. Maybe on my chin. Since we are going to be using a cream blush and a liquid highlighter, I'm only going to set the places that won't be touching a liquid or cream product. So what I do is I just take my favorite translucent powder and I go under eye area and I just kind of deposit it. I go around my nose, my chin, and then I bring it up to my forehead. So that's how I apply powder when I'm doing cream and liquid products. So we do around the nose, the under eyes, and the landscapers just got here. Wow, man, I have like amazing, impeccable timing when I want to do content for you guys. It's fine. It's totally fine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna finish setting. I'm just gonna finish bumping out. Hello. I'll do my brows off camera, and by the time I'm done doing my non-symmetrical brows, then I'm pretty sure they'll be done. Fingers crossed. All right, I think we're done. And actually, I'm very proud of myself because my brows didn't take as long as it took them to cut my like 6 feet of grass. So that's exciting. We are gonna get started with eyeshadow. And yesterday I made the mistake of doing my cheeks first, highlighter and blush, and then I went in with eyeshadow, and you'll know I'm a little bit of an animal when I'm applying my eyeshadow. So today I'm smart. Today I'm gonna do the opposite. Which reminds me, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this, just like, you know, reminiscing the good old days. So let's start with the e.l.f. Rose Gold Nude palette. Have you guys used this? This is one of my favorite palettes. It's super awesome. If you don't wanna get one of the Naked palettes, this one, awesome. So we'll go in with this as our transition. We're gonna go in with that on the outer V and crease, and then we'll go with that on the lid. Basically just this palette. We're gonna start with our transition. Yesterday, I was having this like nostalgic moment where I was thinking about sort of evolution of makeup or beauty here on YouTube. And do you remember how, I don't know if it was an age thing, if it was a trendy thing, if it was sort of like a sheep behavior thing, but maybe it's just because I stopped watching beauty content. I mean, now if I watch YouTube, all I watch is Exponiendo Infieles, and if you don't speak Spanish, I feel bad because that show is hilarious, but also terrible and makes you want to go to therapy. So it's very entertaining to watch, but at the same time you feel a little guilty because, you know, it's at the expense of others. If you watched Cheaters back in the day, like in the 90s, it's similar to that. I guess it's similar to that, but it's not entrapment. This girl just goes around asking couples if she can check their cell phones, and 90% of the time they're hiding something, and that's just terrible. I don't know if it's toxicity or what it is, but you know, Parker and I have each other's cell phone codes, we have each other's passcodes. We don't snoop or investigate, but we have access to them, and I think that alone is very, I don't know, it gives sort of a feeling of additional transparency and trust, especially if you've had history with that kind of stuff in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like infidelity or whatever. It gives you an extra layer of safety or security. So anyway, if I'm watching YouTube, I'm watching Exponiendo Infieles with Lisbeth. I watch Sonia Castañeda or April Athena, you guys know, like my YouTube besties. Aside from that, I can't remember anything else that I watch. So I was like, maybe because I stopped watching beauty content, that I stopped noticing or stopped following trends and just started to do what made me happy. Anyway, the point of what I'm saying is, so back in the day, you watch YouTube and I start to realize all those extra products that we use that now I don't even know if I own them anymore or if I have any here. So like eyelid primer, I don't use eyelid primer anymore. I just take my concealer up and I set it with powder, and I'm not saying that works as a primer, but it works for me. You know, I've never had any issues with my eye moisturizer pilling or my eyeshadow fading or creasing or doing anything funky trunks. So I was like, okay, that's one product that I've completely eliminated. Contour. Any sort of contour or bronzing powder. I am a fan of a bronzing powder. I have, I think, a few still, but it's not part of my routine anymore. Fake eyelashes, same thing. I used to use falsies, love how they look, but I realized they feel really heavy. And so I was like, this feels like an inconvenience. So for those of you wondering what this is, because it looks a little suspicious in the background, it's a travel makeup brush with like a magnet. So like you put it with your brushes, it doesn't seal, so it's not like airtight, so you're not harboring bacteria, and your bristles don't get all crazy in your makeup bag. FYI. I was like, it looks really, where was it? It was here. It looks really cylindrical back there. Yeah, it's like, is it me because I stopped watching beauty videos? Maybe you guys can attest to it. Is it like an age thing? Is it a generational thing? Has YouTube beauty evolved? Is it because I'm out of the loop and I just don't watch beauty content? Do you guys still do it? Like, do you do the whole shebang, like the contours and the baking? I never got into baking. I really never got into baking. In fact, the only benefit I got out of sort of baking was to prevent fallout, but I wasn't trying to bake. I was just trying to create a layer so that when I act like an animal with my eyeshadow, that it didn't mess up my makeup. So I was like, man, what is it? I'm gonna have to ask my pandas. Am I out of the loop? Is it because I don't watch YouTube content? Is it because I've gotten older and my needs have changed? Do they still do it? Like, what's cool? What am I missing? I just kind of keep up with stuff that intrigues me when I get like the Sephora app alerts or the Ulta emails. I really love the Ulta emails that say like summer trends, and they kind of share them with you. Or on the Like to Know It app, if you guys don't have it, that's pretty handy, especially if you like to shop looks just like the people you follow. So if you follow the Like to Know It app, it usually shares keywords or stuff that people are searching for that's trendy or cool at the moment. So like right now, it's kind of funny that it's actually hysterical because I'm currently wearing two trends totally on accident. I didn't plan on having this talk with you guys. Isn't that stunning? I know, like it's so pretty. So 2 words that people are searching for right now in terms of that app and fashion or popular items is eyelet and white dress, and I'm wearing both. Eyelet is like this type of fabric with little holes in it, like almost like a lace pattern, but it's not lace. And so that's also super helpful, but I don't know, I can't say, I've never really been a trendy person. I don't think I'm cool enough to like go with the trend. I don't even have a TikTok, you know? Maybe I should get one, but I don't know. That seems like reels, right? It's just like doing reels all the time. And for me, I'm like, I don't know, I just like to get on stories. But where was I going with this? Yeah, so with products like tinted serums, I don't know if I would have ever gotten to this point where I'm like, I just want really light coverage. I want my freckles to show. I just want it to feel like skincare, but provide just enough coverage, or my face doesn't feel heavy, or if I don't want to set it, I can avoid setting it. Oh, I gotta scratch. I gotta scratch, I gotta scratch. So maybe like the lack of beauty content that I'm ingesting allows me to just kind of not go rogue, but just really focus on my preferences and what I like, and just sharing what I like, exploring products that intrigue me like lip oils or whatever Ulta says is summer trendy right now. I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. I would try that. I know for sure I do love the focus of like the skincare focus. So if I'm going to show off my skin, but I can get a little coverage, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely want to do that. And it has some added benefits. I don't know. You know what I think? I think I've just gotten to that age where if I'm trying something, it can't be like singular. Like it can't be one dimensional. It can't just have one purpose. If I'm going to go through the trouble of buying it or trying it, like it has to do more than one thing. And I think I've just gotten there with my needs, with beauty products. Heck, anything, like even fashion, you know, like fashion, food. I've noticed when I go grocery shopping, here's a perfect example. I've noticed that when I go grocery shopping, I will say, I'll make my list, and obviously, you know, I'll say, oh, I need detergent, paper towels, deodorant, whatever I need, it will be on the list. But when it comes to meal planning or dinner prep, I won't actually put like chicken breast or whatever. I just put protein, 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 vegetable, vegetable, vegetable. And when I get to the store, I know I need to make 4 dinners that week or 5 dinners. So I just buy whatever looks fresh, whatever's on sale, and then make a meal with it at home. So I don't go in with a box, like locked into this box of like, I'm gonna make Korean chicken thighs with sesame green beans and steamed white rice. I'll go in and be like, okay, well, the thighs are on sale. Is the Korean barbecue sauce, the marinade that I use, is that in stock? Is it not? Okay, then I'll do barbecue sauce because I already have barbecue. You know, it's like, is that being inflexible, or is that being really flexible? Am I onto something? Because I feel like that might be allowing myself some breathing room, you know, to explore what's on sale, what's in stock, what is looking extra fresh. Like, what if I go in with the concept of like, I want steak this week, and the steak is like busted, or it's out of stock, or they only have the really bougie like Angus cuts, and then I'm like, okay, well, we don't got Angus budget. That's not gonna work. All right, let's do blush. This color by ColourPop, I hadn't been exposed to ColourPop cream blushes, and I have to say, I'm a fan. I did my makeup yesterday morning. Mateo had baseball practice from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It was 104 degrees outside. Everything fell off my face because obviously the makeup had been on my face for over 12 hours, except the mascara and the blush. I'm not a sweater. I don't sweat. I'm not a perfume. I don't sweat at all. I rarely sweat. Maybe the back of my neck gets a little damp. But aside from that, I was like, dang. For a cream blush, because with my experience with cream products, where's my beauty blender? I wish I had a smaller one, but all my small ones are dirty. Like, see, I'm not a planner all the time. I don't plan all the time. Of all the products on my face, I always expect the cream and liquid products to fade first. Not this one. No, ma'am. Okay. Yesterday, I blotted this blush on my small beauty blender, on the little one, and then I bump it out on my skin. Today, because I have the big one, I'm a little afraid of control, so I'm gonna go in directly with the stick and then kind of bump it out. That way, it can remove some of the product as we sort of blend it out on my skin. And you see, because I didn't carry the powder down or up, there's still that sort of moisturized surface from the serum. and it doesn't battle or like cling onto the blush, and you still have that mobility. If I had set my cheek area with powder, the minute you go in with the cream product, it like grabs onto it. The minute you try to blend it out, it will start to kind of break apart, and it won't be a smooth blending. So it won't look like a blur, it will look like exactly where you applied it, but just kind of smudged out. But this way, it just kind of really blurs out where you applied it. So I'll do it again on this side and show you guys. So do it at like the heart of where the cream product goes. Don't go edge to edge. Like you're not doing the borders, you're doing the center because you want to push it out and you want the edges to be the faded part. So then you start in the middle and you start working your way up, down, forward, wherever you like to apply your blush. I know there's blush rules, and I'm doing blush wrong. So apparently there's like blush rules where like if you do this or whatever, it tells you exactly where on your face shape you should apply blush. And when I was learning that, I'm like, okay, let me try. Before I talk smack about doing something wrong, because I don't mind being corrected, you know? Before I talk smack, like, that's wrong, I'm not gonna do it, that's not how I feel comfortable, I'm actually gonna try it. And maybe it'll blow my mind. So I tried it the way that my face shape is supposed to have blush, or where according to the location of my cheekbones I'm supposed to put blush. And I was like, no, that doesn't look good. That's not what I like. I don't like how it looks. And I think the same can be said for things like, oh, with your body type, you can't wear those pants. With your body type, you shouldn't wear a crop top. Okay, if rules are important to you, if style is important to you, if that is something that intrigues you and is important to you, go for it, you know? But if it's not, and you really want to wear a crop top because the crop top makes you happy, knock yourself out. If the blush location where you're supposed to put it is not where you like how it looks, put it wherever you want. Like I take my blush high, real high, almost like a high contour, because I like to put on so much highlighter. And when I put on so much highlighter, I bring the highlighter down, so I create sort of like a blurry, instead of being like a Neapolitan ice cream sandwich, you know, where it's like dun, 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 I just kind of muddle it all together. So I feel like it gives me a little more wiggle room as to where I can put my blush and how much highlighter I can use. Priorities. Priorities. This highlighter, you guys, it's a liquid illuminator from Typology. This was an impulse buy of mine, and I really didn't think I was gonna like it as much. The minute that I tried it on the back of my hand, as liquidy as it came out, I was like, yeah, I'm really not gonna, this is gonna mess up my face. Watch. So it's like super watery and it looks really silver, right? Just wait. Keep looking. Oh, it gets better. I put a lot intentionally to show you like what I'm trying to demonstrate. Okay, now imagine putting that on as a highlighter for an all natural look, or imagine putting that in your serum, your tinted serum. Imagine putting this in your sunscreen. Imagine putting this on, gosh, I would even do it like my body moisturizer, a couple drops, and then like putting it, oh, I should try that today for the event and then show you guys. Maybe I'll do that on Instagram, right? Isn't that gorgeous? So anyway, when I put it on my face, I just put a little drop on the back of my hand, not the whole, you know, the whole dropper full that I just did to show you guys. Let me see, am I doing a good job taking it off? Oh man, that loves to stick on. It doesn't have a scent, I don't know why I just did that. So I'll just take a little bit on the dropper, ooh, like a drop maybe even less. And then a brush, similar to this, you could do something like that. If you like a little bit more control, I would even say like a smaller brush. This one already has powder highlight on it, so I don't want to mess with it. So I'm going to start with this one, and then we'll go in with the looser one, just in case. So there's the product. And you kind of just, you want to disperse it so that when you go in, it's not like a big wet mark. It feels wet, but it dries to a powder. I know. So then we'll go in here. And the cool thing about a product like this is it doesn't, if you put it on a surface and then put it on your face, you're never gonna do too much. So you're in total control. However, if you dot it on your face and then try to blend it out, you have zero control over the application. Taking a little bit more. Yeah. You know how we like our highlighter. I like my highlighter like I like my cheeseburgers. Yes, that just all the time, anytime, whenever. However, just kind of bump it out a little bit more. You see where I apply my highlighter? It's like a millimeter from my eyelid. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Where's the makeup police? Are they gonna come and get me? You know, nobody cares. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. I like how it looks. I like how it photographs. It makes me happy. So why wouldn't you do that? You know, it is your face. It's not like there's makeup police. It's not like, I don't know. I guess there's always going to be someone that says something, you know, like that's not how you're supposed to do it. That's not how you apply it. That's not how it's supposed to go. Okay. I promise I won't do that to your face. This is my face and I'm applying it the way that it makes me happy. Clearly a little too aggressive on this side over here. Let me clean my brush off a little bit. I'm over here on my soapbox trying to like make a point about how to live your best life and let your makeup flag fly. And I can't do that. I can't do both. I can't do makeup application and a soapbox. Clearly. Don't be afraid to use your fingers if your hands are clean. You see my freckles, how they're showing through with the tinted moisturizer and the cream blush. I really love that. All right, so we've done eyes, eyebrows, cheeks. I'm gonna do a little chocolate brown in my tight line. That is something that I stopped doing. Speaking of like makeup stuff we used to do and don't do anymore, or products that we used to use and don't use. I did stop doing this for a while and then I picked it back up. I don't know, maybe a few makeups ago. I mean, see, look at the difference. I don't know, it might not be the style that you like or what you like, but you see the difference in each eye. So this one looks a lot deeper. Obviously, my eyes are a little agitated right now. So this one looks a lot deeper than this one. This one looks almost like it's missing something. Once you add mascara, it doesn't look that way. It's not so stark eyeshadowy because you have the depth and the black from the mascara, but this definitely helps a lot. So we picked it back up again and we're doing it. And I gotta say, I'm a fan again. I'm a fan especially of products that actually stay on my waterline and don't kind of pool in the corners. There are a lot of eyeliners that are really good, really opaque, very intense, and they're awesome. But after a while, especially if you have very reactive eyes like I do, after a while, the color just kind of pools in the corners and it's not a look, you know? It reminds me of that Friends episode, the eye gunk. These are new eyeliners actually from Laura Mercier. They're I think they're called Tightline. Well, hello. They're the new Tightline eyeliners from Laura Mercier. Okay, we are gonna jump off camera, do mascara. I'll be back and then we'll finish lips and we'll be all done. What a difference a little mascara makes. I love putting on mascara. I feel like the minute it goes on my eyelashes, I'm like, there you are. That's what I've been waiting for. It just somehow looks unfinished. I think if I ever had to like leave the house in a hurry and forget to put on mascara, I'd feel some type of way about it. Okay, I wanna show you guys a trick that I learned yesterday. Well, it's not really a trick. I couldn't find the right color, so I took two colors and I mixed them together and I really liked how it looked. And I was like, I want to share with my friends because this is what we do. So 2 blotted lips from ColourPop, the shade Kitten and Starling. Opposite, right? Like you wouldn't expect them to go together. And when I put on this one, it was a little too raspberry. I wanted a little bit more of the attention to be on my eyes, not so much a bright lip. And then this one, it washes me out. I look, you know, like I'm in rigor. So what we do, or what I did, was I took Kitten, the movie rose, like a raspberry. And I put that on the center of my mouth. And I'm not claiming I discovered America here, okay? I'm not inventing this. I was like, oh, hey, I should tell my pandas. Make your own color. You know, if you have a collection of lip colors, there's no rule. where you can't mix them. I know there's lip combos where you do like the liner, the lipstick, and then a gloss on top. But this is different. The concept is same product, different colors, mix them together or apply them a certain way. So I just did it on the center of my mouth like that. And that's it, that completes the look. Just kidding. Mom joke. Okay, and then this color goes on the outside, but we just kind of blend it together. Kind of go over, back and forth, so there's no line of demarcation. So the blotted lips from ColourPop, I'm not sure how they're described on their site, but I know how I can describe them. If you guys are fans of the long wearing liquid lipstick look, but you just can't play in that sandbox because you have raisin lips like I do, or they just feel uncomfortable on your skin. The formula of these is really nice because it's not drying, it's super comfortable. It feels, what's the word? It doesn't like restrict your lips. You know with the ultra matte lips how they feel nice and the minute they dry they kind of bring in the moisture, like they kind of suck it out. These don't really do that. It just feels comfortable. It gives you the ultra matte look without the discomfort. I just realized I forgot. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what we used to do. Take a little bit of our Typology liquid illuminator. I'm gonna put it there. I can't stop. Can't stop just putting stuff where it doesn't belong with no regrets. Famous last words. There we go. Oh, so sparkly. I love that. And that's it. What do we think? Cute, right? Do you see how let me move back. Sometimes the camera, because the light is so bright, I'm in sunlight, I'm in like fake light, I have a ring light in front of me. And so sometimes the camera, what it'll do is the light is bright, so it makes everything just look smooth. If I lean back, you can actually see the texture on my face, the freckles on my nose and the tops of my cheekbones, my double chin, all of the blemishes from like hormonal breakouts that I've had in the past that take like 7 years to heal. And so I wanted to give you guys a really good perspective on the tinted serum, kind of how it looks. So it gives you enough coverage to look like you have really great skin, but it also still looks like skin. And on the places that it wasn't set with powder, you can see the finish that it gives you. So this is set with powder, this is set with powder. Anywhere else it's not. It's a really natural glow that it provides. So definitely a fan. If you guys wanted to check it out, I have a promo with them in a previous video that I've done, like a sponsored video. So I'll link that one down below. This one's not sponsored. I just kind of wanted to show it in action with you guys and explain it to you why I love it so much. It reminds me so much of that Maybelline. Do you guys remember there were two products? One was like a nude bottle, but it was like really skinny and then it kind of bowed out. It almost looked like J-Lo's perfume, but like flat. Instead of like round, it was like flat. So it was like straight and then had a little belly, but it was flat, like it could lay flat. I think that was from Maybelline. And then there was another product that was the white bottle with the purple cap. And these were both fluid serums. I love those two things. Like what happened? Where'd they go? This reminds me of that, except it feels a little more skincare-y. Like it's thicker, it has a thicker consistency, not so much water. And with those, you would mix it into your sunscreen or your moisturizer or whatever. With this one, you don't have to worry because it's already viscous enough to kind of look awesome. So you see freckles, smooth, so bright, but it's still there. Anyway, sorry, that's it for the 7th time. Anyway, you guys, that is it for this Get Ready With Me. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Like any and all my videos, anything that you saw, anything that I use, anything that I'm wearing, I will make sure to list and link in the description box of this video, along with a playlist of all the other Get Ready With Me's that I've done. I'll also make sure to put the information for that video that I mentioned. I'm not sure if the promo's still going on, but if it is, I'll make sure to leave it in the description box of this video. And I think that's it. Did you see that moment? You could tell on my face where my mouth is so much faster than my brain. Like my brain's struggling to catch up these days. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and you know what to do. If you found this video useful, entertaining, and learned something, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!